Hello everyone, my name is Danny S and welcome to the Evil Genius playthrough / walkthrough. Evil Genius was released in 2004 by Elixir Studios, which no longer exists, but the game is still here today and it is fantastic. I love this game, it was one of the best games I've played. I didn't play it when it first came out, I actually played it a couple of years ago. A friend got it for me on eBay. Now, there are lots of playthroughs for this game, but the problem is that they go on to almost 100, maybe even 200 videos because the game is so long. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it down for you and just show you the basics that you need to know to play it and how to defeat the missions. Now, there are 12 missions in total, but they do drag on, so I'll cut out all the boring bits and just show you how to play the game, basic tutorial, all that stuff. So let's get started. Now I've adjusted all the options so you can hear my voice clearly and hear the game. I will keep quiet during the cutscenes, even though there are only 3. So let's start a new game. Now the difference between easy, medium and hard are this. It's time. Easy is the less time. Basically there is no difference between easy and medium except the time it takes to complete missions. Hard is probably the difficulty. And I've only played hard once and I failed it miserably. So we're going to play on easy. I'm going to leave video hints off because you don't need any hints because that's what I'm here for. Play on easy. Now there are 3 different geniuses: Maximilian, Alexis and Shen Yu. Now this is what they have. They have a basic ring of influence that surrounds them, and when they're close to their minions they can influence them. Maximilian has the smallest but the most powerful. Alexis has the biggest but it's the least powerful, and Shen Yu's in the middle somewhere. I always like to play as Shen Yu. You can play whoever as you want. I did play as Maximilian and Alexis in the first one, but I'll play it as Shen Yu in this one. So I'll show up and you can watch the cutscene. Eventually. And boom, we're in. Okay, so we just zoom out using the middle mouse key. Okay, I'm just going to press the pause button. That's P, by the way. Right, so welcome to your island. By hovering over things, you can make them go transparent and you can see inside them. This is your basic starting out. This is your money room, or your basic room, where you keep your gold supplies, your evil genius. Now, you can command your evil genius to move wherever you want by clicking on him with the left mouse key and then pressing the right mouse key where you want him to go. Right now, we don't want him to go anywhere, so we're just going to leave that. I'm just turn that off. You can kill workers. The execute button makes them go towards you and kill them. Now this gives you a massive boost of influence. So let's get started. I'm going to tell you everything that's on here. Now this goes straight to the menu. Pretty simple. Return to game. Now this here is your mini-map. This will show enemies as red. It will show civilians as pink, and it will show your henchmen and your evil genius as blue dots. You can't zoom in on the mini-map, which is a little disappointing, but you can zoom in on this using the middle mouse key. This is your power system. Right now we're 20 in the green, which means we're good, we don't really need that much power, but eventually we will need to build power stations. So yeah, this is our objective screen. Evil intentions. Get acquainted with the island and start expanding your lair. So ensure a healthy minion force by building barracks. Before you can send minions to the world to carry out acts of infamy, you need to construct a control room. And it seems you're under scrutiny before you begin. Somewhere on the island there are pesky investigators. Okay, no props. So you come here for your main objectives. You can close it and open it when you've completed it. It usually closes on its own, but sometimes it glitches out and actually gets caught. Optional objectives. Now these ones are usually things like you have to get a specific set of items or a mission or anything like that. Optional objectives usually can't, some of them can't be completed until much later on in the game, even on the second island, which is what you'll get later on. But some of them do help out. Some of the items are very beneficial towards you and your island and unlocking new items. This is your statistics screen. Right now there isn't much to show because we haven't really done anything. I very rarely use this. In the hard mode you definitely need to pay attention to this, but in the normal and easy you don't really need to. It just tells you the basic stats of what you've done throughout the game. This is your heads up, this main interface bar, yeah, but what it does is tells you things that are happening, whether minions are being attacked or tourists have seen something or something like that. You always got to pay attention to it, but it'll usually make a noise, like a scrolling noise when something happens. This is your money counter. It'll go up when you carry out acts of infamy to get money. Now, I will admit I have used cheats before, and I will use cheats in this because it's the only way of making the game go fast. For this walkthrough. Cheats are very easy to type in, and I'll tell you how to do that in just a minute. This is your minion count, how many minions you have on the island. Now we only have 3 because it's the ones that we came with, and this takes you straight to your evil genius. This takes you straight to your first henchman, and then when you get more later on, more henchmen through that. And if you click on your henchman, like this, you unlock all of his abilities. Now, all henchmen come with a basic ability which is called Gather Minions, and that just gathers loads of minions around them and then they'll follow him around. The more damage he does to people on the island, like killing and removing people and stuff like that, the more these will build up and you can unlock them. Psychic Terror just basically drains the stats. Hang on, I gotta turn this. Why is this not turning? Alright, I'll be right back. Had to redefine the keys a little bit. So, yeah. That's basic it. You could just press control, right control, and it basically allows you to do free rotate and look straight down and all that stuff. Okay, so let's get back to it. This is your minion center. This is how you increase the capacity of your minions. Now you do that by pressing up on this. Right now we'll get minions every 60 seconds for free, but if we push this up, because we're on pause, don't really have to worry about it, I'll get 1 every second for 4,000 per minion. Right now we don't really need that much, so we're okay. If you go over this, you'll get a warning. You actually need to have space for the minions, otherwise they won't come. There are 3 tiers of minions. There are social minions, there are technical minions, and then there are military minions. Now this is usually a soldier, a technician, and a valet, and then it moves on to like more complex things that I'll explain later on. You'll notice this panel is blank. Now this panel will be your research once you get a laboratory, but that won't happen until I think mission 5, so we should be completely fine. This is your alerts. Yellow alert means that all the soldiers, all the military class will go outside and start killing anyone that they can find. Not tourists, of course, but any bad guys. Red alert means all hands on deck, means every single minion, even science minions, will grab a weapon and go outside. This is our global domination screen, and around it you can see the day to night cycle. Now I think it's the same thing in Minecraft, as in it's 10 minutes of daytime and 10 minutes of nighttime, so 20 minutes, 21 minutes per transition, of course. When we have got a control room, we will unlock this, and this is just general information that we can look at, and you don't really need it because you've got me. Okay, so first things first, we are going to build a new entrance into our base. Now I'm going to show you how to build. What you do is you right click, this brings up your build panel. We want to build a corridor, and then by using left click we can drag our new corridor. Now I don't want to really go too far into it, but I will cut out anything too big building wise. Now what I usually do is I build a corridor down here, and then I build it straight across here, leaving out just this bit here, because if you want to get rid of it you hold a right click and drag it and it gets rid of it. Now you press the go button, that confirms it, but it's on pause at the moment, and then you press this button to enable it, but we're not going to do that just yet because we're going to add some items before it's built. So here's our items. We can place objects or we can place traps. Now we don't have many traps at the moment, but what we do have are some pretty nifty ones. I'm not going to add them just yet. This cancels it, this enables them to build it, and this allows you to edit it. So let's get some items. We're going to need a door. That's one of the more important things. A door will only open up to minions and, say, tourists if it's been hacked. Doors will eventually wear down, but usually that'll never happen if you're playing on normal and easy. On hard, doors will wear down a bit more, they'll become unstable, and then they'll start opening to anyone. Now you can set doors by right-clicking. Right now it will only open to minions and your henchmen, and obviously you. On 1 means it'll be completely accessible to everyone. Just let me reposition my keyboard, sorry. It'll only open to you if this is